Hello everyone and welcome back to the Lake of Rage, where there's supposed to be a... Oh hey look, it's a red Gyarados, let's fight it. And catch it, maybe. Probably not.
There's a Venusaur in the water.
Well that's strange. Why is there... you know what, randomizer, just fucking... I don't care.
I don't care anymore. So...
Guess it wasn't shiny?
Huh?
Wasn't shiny?
What?
The Venusaur.
No.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know, because we were just running with the assumption, maybe, you know.
No, it's a Gyarados.
Oh, I thought that it automatically started the encounter when you got close to it.
No, I have to talk to it.
Oh. Why was there... You know what? Fucking who cares about this?
What the... Wait. That's a Giraffe, I think. No. Let's go...
Hey, it is shiny.
Oh my god!
It's a shiny Porygon too. Also known as the
That was
best
so-
line
that
of Pokemon.
Now that I think about it, I think Giraffe has the same cry. It's just lighter.
Knowing their cheapskate pack-it-in ways. I'm just kidding. But seriously, that's cool. So it was shiny. I kind of felt it might be. Like I want to say yeah, but then I was like, I don't know.
It's mine.
Porygon's awesome. He got the fucking shittiest end of the shitty stick in the anime.
Yeah, he did.
Like, I mean, okay, the episode might have caused some bad things to happen, but that's no reason to write Porygon out of the series completely, which is exactly what they did. It's like, we're never gonna have another Porygon 2 or Porygon Z themed episode ever. And I'm like, that's not right. You should totally bring him back. He's a cool Pokemon. He's fucking digital. He's a Digimon. That's disguised as, he's a Digimon disguised as a Pokemon. That's his whole shtick. He's a digital monster.
He's pretty good competitive, though.
Is he? Yeah?
Yeah. Porygon 2 with Evilite.
You know, that's one thing that kind of confuses me about, well, not confuses me, but it's very interesting that unless I'm mistaken, I'm not mistaken in saying that there's some Pokemon who are actually more effective not evolved all the way.
Yeah.
And that feels weird, because you think that evolution makes the Pokemon better. You know, it makes them stronger. But I believe one of the earliest examples of that I heard was Scyther and Scizor. That he's actually more effective as Scyther.
Well, Scizor is pretty cool, but I think Scyther has a bigger move pool, more type coverage.
I think that's the exact same thing that I was told years and years ago. I don't know if it was by you. I want to say it was. I don't entirely know why we were talking about it, because I wasn't playing Pokemon at the time. But pretty sure I remember that conversation. I remember exactly what it was I was talking. Maybe the reason I got into Scizor. Oh, you got it.
What should I name it?
I don't know.
Oh god damn it, these names!
It's a duck. I always thought he looks like a duck.
Then I'll name it Duck.
Goose.
Duck.
Yeah, I really like the Porygon line. I really like how they look too.
Yeah,
I like their
that
design.
really is interesting.
Porygon Z is super weird, but that's what I love about him. And what the fuck is that?
Need it.
Cool. So yeah, what do you know? What's shiny?
Yeah.
Would a shiny Giraffe Rig been cool too?
I don't know what kind of, like, if it... Because some shinies change colors and generations. I don't know if that one is. But I can't exactly remember.
Yeah, that's another weird thing, that some shinies were different colors in older games, and they, like, adjusted later on.
Bye!
Who was that?
That was Lance.
The fuck was he doing here?
Checking
Dude,
out
stay
the
in
red-
your region.
Checking out the red Gyarados. Because in the anime he does encounter the red Gyarados trying to calm it down.
Ah. Well, I hope they were all disappointed, because it was a blue Porygon, too. Not a red Gyarados.
Porygon is the shit.
That's also pretty good from another perspective, because unless I'm mistaken, getting Porygons is pretty hard in the older games.
It is. One of those trade evolutions that you need and acquires an item.
And
I
isn't
think
just getting a
two
straight up
uses-
Porygon itself? Yeah, that was what it was. Isn't just straight up getting a Porygon by itself difficult enough?
Yep.
Because I remember in the first game, I think that was the game corner. That you have to like compete. That's the only way to
the-
get it.
The 9999 coins. I almost did too, honestly. I was just getting those coins, but then I gave the card to the little one,
Right.
the purple zebra one.
But you did eventually get a Porygon, obviously, because we
Yeah.
both did, because we completed the Pokedex.
Yeah,
Which, by the
we
way,
traded
I
back and
completed the
forth.
Pokedex. See, people, this can totally happen. It's like literally, I came from having only played Blue to completing X and Y's Pokedex. It's possible. Believe in your dreams. I felt awesome. Except for, of course, now I've fallen behind because I don't have a Diancie. Does that catchable in XY?
That's event only.
Is it tradable?
Yeah.
You can actually have one in XY if someone gives it to you.
Yeah, someone did give it to me. Then I found out later it was a hack.
Ah, that's
And,
bullshit.
Well, not give it to me, trade it. People don't really give away those
Yeah, I
kind
know.
of things.
Hopefully you didn't give up something too good for it.
I don't think so. I mean, if I'm willing to trade for it, the thing, then I really don't need it.
That's true.
There's several shinies that I have that I don't use at all or touch at all. Mostly from Wonder Trades. Like, I don't find them useful or anything. So like, but they're pretty good.
Yeah, once again, the only shinies that I have that I
already checked the Lake of Rage. What am I forgetting? 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 Whoops. Yeah, don't do that.
So you think you're forgetting something?
Ah, okay.
What the fuck, Lance? Did he just attack that dude with a Dragonite?
Yeah.
That's illegal, right?
Not in Pokemon.
That's so weird.
Oh no, I don't have it.
Shiny Trevenant, Shiny Spinda. Fucking bow down to me.
Okay, there you go.
Team Rocket?
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, this is a radio tower.
No, this is the underground.
Oh, I thought
Doctor-
Lance said radio.
Oh, yeah, they're transmitting. This is where the radio waves are being transmitted. If I had the radio app, I would be able to hear these weird sounds just scrolling through it.
Oh, okay. Alright, I see. Anyway, Shiny Spinda. Shiny Trevenant. I'm the best.
I'm so jealous of your shiny Trevenant.
It's so cool. It's fucking white and orange and it looks incredible.
I thought the fleece were red. Oh yeah.
It looks like a tree in fall. There we go. And
Yeah.
that's awesome. Anyway, so... And that also leads
What the
well
fuck?
to the anime, because there was a shiny Phantom in the anime.
Yeah.
Which, oh my gosh, those things were really cute. Little Phantoms. All they want is food.
What an awesome segue, because I want to talk more about Sawyer.
Yeah, I think we briefly talked about him before, and it was mainly because she asked me about him, and I basically said, I guess, in a really long 3-paragraph, like three essay tangent, that he was awesome. Like, I literally could have just summarized as, I like him. But, you know, I felt like he deserved more than that. Anyway.
He is such a precious babe. I will protect him.
Yeah.
I love him so much. He's the most interesting random ass character in the last leg of a season I ever seen one. I would not mind if Ash loses in this league if it's against Sawyer. That's how much I like him.
Yeah, that's true. Sawyer is like the kind of character that you just wouldn't bug me that much. Like, I mean, I have been really annoyed by Ash constantly losing leagues and the reasons why he loses them getting stupider with every season. But I feel like if he does,
Legendary trainer.
oh yeah, the internet hates that too. If he is to lose this league again because he's not allowed to win because the writers are stupid, but if they want him to lose to Sawyer, if fine. You know, in that case, I'm actually totally cool with that. As much as I'd like to see Ash win, wouldn't be. In fact, I actually felt like cheering when Sawyer beat Ash in the other fight. In their most recent time they fought. And like I kind of felt that might happen, but I wasn't entirely sure. But when he did lose, I was like, damn, that's pretty. It's like, sorry Ash, but way to go, Toyer. Like
The
once again,
student has now surpassed the teacher.
pretty much. I don't.
It's like this. It's so cute. The way he's so amazing. Like,
Yeah, he really idolizes Ash.
really much, but and he takes everything to heart. Really does. It's really studious. Like, it's just his little what do you call those? Not gimmicks.
Quirks?
Yeah. It's really nice because honestly, when I first saw him, I was like, oh no, not a random ass kid in the last part. I know what's gonna happen now. But no, like after like a second episode of his interaction, like, oh no, I like him.
He only ever showed up really briefly for the Clement fight, or before the Clement fight, when they were just showing that Clement was beating up a bunch of challengers, like, flawlessly. And then, and I didn't really think much of him then. I just kind of thought,
Yeah.
well, why the, like, I was like, huh. Like, after he had left and the scene cut to wherever it went to next, I'm like, it was like a Legend of Korra thing. Like, why did they do that very specific thing? Because in Legend of Korra, at the end of book 3, fucking Ruby, at the end of book 3 of Legend of Korra, there's a really small moment where Korra's dad was saved by the leader of the Metal Force. And he's like, who are you? And she's like, my name's Kuvira. And the camera stays on her in such a way that it's like, she's important. Like the volume ends and you never see her again, but you just know based off that one scene that she's gonna be important next time. And she was very important next time. It's just like that same thing with Sawyer. He came in, like, and then after it came through, I was like, normally I'd be like, well, yeah, if all they wanted to do was show that Clement was a good guy, they did. Clement was like a even better trainer now, a better gym leader. They didn't need to have anybody there. You know, they could have just had the person just not say anything after Clement lost. I mean, after he lost, and Clement was like, yeah, I'm getting much better, you know. But the fact that they spent some time with him and showed off his specific quirk where he takes notes of every single thing that happens, I was like, I feel like there's more here. And then when he came back again, I'm like, yep. Yeah. And then he came back again, I'm like, yep. So, you know, it's just like, it was a very obvious setup in hindsight, and it was great too. So gave us a great character, so that's awesome. He's got a great team too. Every time he comes back
really
to fight
solid.
Ash, his team gets better. Like he's got, of course, his Sceptile now, which is awesome. He's got a double blade. I always call it dual blade, but it's spelled D-O-U.
Everyone does it.
Yeah, because it's not like I figure it's duo as in two, but it's double as in two.
Yeah.
So it's not wrong at all. It's just I always called it duo blade, but once I saw it spelled out, and in my head I'm like, oh, okay, you know, because you know, duo. There's nothing wrong with duo. They got duo, so you know. But I guess double blade's cool. So he's got a double blade, which sounds awesome. Like I love the Pokemon cries of the like metallic-y ones, Matang, Magnemite, Magneton. He's got the thing. He's got a Slurpuff, unless I'm mistaken. I don't think he used it in that recent fight. What else did he use in that fight against Ash that he won? I feel like he had 3 Pokemon.
Yeah, I can't exactly remember the other one.
It wasn't a Metang. That was the other guy.
Oh, God damn it. No, he had a Metang, I'm pretty sure. Right?
Really? I thought that was Alon's.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think the second time that Ash fought Alon, he used multiple Pokemon, not just Charizard.
Yeah.
Unless maybe I'm just mixing up their fights, because they took place in
Yeah.
two
back
generic.
to back.
They
pretty
took
much.
place in 2 generic Pokemon Center backdrop location gym stadium battleground things. There we go.
So we're pretty back to back too.
So yeah, regardless, the point is, he's got a great team. I guess, regardless if I don't remember the entire detail, I do know that his team is pretty cool from everything that I saw. And that fight was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, even if it was pretty brief. Although, of course, Ash couldn't get down with the synchronicity. He was not getting down with the sickness. In that episode, it wasn't working. Ash Greninja was but a dream at that time.
Okay.
Really, this is gonna bug me. this is gonna bug me until I watch the
Yeah.
episode again. I'm like, oh, that was the other Pokemon. Now I feel stupid.
It's
Oh yeah,
like-
when that episode ended and Sawyer said, "Can I tag along?" I was like, yes.
Yes,
It was the exact
come back.
opposite of when Karina left, and I was like, no. It was like yes, please. But then he left again after the next episode.
I'm like, yeah, you don't want him to like know how
Yeah.
Ash
And I was
progressing.
like,
Like,
aw,
want to
like,
be surprised
part of me was
for
like,
both of them.
oh, that kind of sucks that he's leaving now. But you know,
But I want to see what he comes up afterward. I don't
Yeah,
want to see
yeah.
the progress. I just want to see when it gets there.
and he said that I think one last thing he said when he left was that he'd see Ash at the league. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's gonna be awesome. They do fight at the league, so I'll look forward to that at the very least. But until then, very awesome character,
Yeah. Now we segue to the other one.
which is
Alon.
not as awesome.
Fucking Alon is a piece of shit.
I know very little. My first introduction to him was only in reading, because I was interested in making sure that I wasn't missing any Pokemon episodes. I do this when I watch any show. I go to Wikipedia and I look at the list of episodes to make
Yeah.
sure that they're in order.
Yeah.
Of course, there are times when Wikipedia is out of order, and then there are times when the website I'm watching them are also out of order, so it's a mess, like with Gumball right now. I don't know what episodes I haven't seen yet. But regardless, there was a bunch of episodes called the Mega Evolution Specials, and I was like, do I have to watch those? Because XYZ started with one, I believe. The first episode of XYZ was a Mega Evolution Special. Like, it was released first, and episode 1 came out the week later, I think, something like in Japan or whatever. And I was like, oh, shit. And it was like part 3, I think, part 3 or 4, and I was like, oh,
4.
fuck. And it's because they weren't on Netflix, so I was like, shit. So I went back to I'm like, well, what are they about? Because I read the thing about 4, and I'm like, how did it get here? So I went back to 1, and I read through all the summaries, and I'm like, do I have to see these? So I asked Daimashu if I had to see them, and she told me she saw them, and I guess in summation, no. So I was
No,
like,
it's not necessary. There is no character building for him, none whatsoever. He's done. That's just the way he is. From the moment you see him in the actual series to like the end, probably it's like there's really nothing to him at all. It's like development in there.
he's just the same as he comes in and he goes out. Okay. Once again, because they didn't have anything to do with the plot of the series, I wasn't really interested. Because believe it or not, I'm really watching XY for its overarching plot, because it's very good. So every time there are episodes that have nothing to do with the plot, I kind of zone out. And like, there are some good ones that have nothing to do with the plot, like the Esper episode. But then there are other ones that, like, I just talk over as they're going, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's good, I guess. And then I start doing other things. And it's just because there's nothing really there that keeps me too invested. Like the Locksmith episode, wasn't really paying attention through most of that because it just wasn't interesting to me. But that's how I treat most of the episodes that really don't have anything to do with Ash or Serena's forward progress and Team Flare's forward progress. So it's like,
Yeah.
they're not bad, of course. It's just I'm just like I really want to see the plot progressing stuff. That's what I want to get to. That's basically the point. And again, if all the filler episodes, quote unquote, are like the Esper episode, then I have no problem watching them at all. Then they're incredible in their own right, which there were a few episodes like that. The Scary House episode. That one was great.
Yeah.
With the Haunter, Gengar, Ghastly crew and everything. And the old guy who I think was a ghost. That was a pretty good episode too. So, you know, those kinds of episodes I'm totally fine with. Once again, besides the Goodra episode, nothing about XY has been horrible. Nothing about any of the episodes has just been, you know.
Except the character Alon.
Yeah, except him, right.
I'm gonna keep begging on this shit. If Ash loses to that fucker, I'll be so pissed.
Yeah, if he loses in the league to him, that would suck.
He is not a good character at all.
Yeah, which is funny because according to, I think you said that all the comments in the episodes you saw on YouTube said that they liked him?
Yeah.
Or like they were favorable towards him?
Yeah.
And then I found a thread on GameFAQs about people talking about the anime, and none of them liked him. And it's really weird because everyone knows YouTube comment sections are pretty shitty. GameFAQs has its own specific problems, and the problems are different depending on the game, but the loud, terrible people always make up most of the noise you hear in any thread. And it was really weird to hear these people have this kind of joint hate opinion Not just on Alon, but on all things that keep Ash from winning any league.
Yeah,
Because
that was really
the people are the people on the GameFAQs forums, I'd like to think, are older people, and they just kind of gotten sick and tired of this whole he has to lose every time thing. Because it's like there's a lot of ways to make you have to fail every time interesting, or at least to make it work, if
Yeah.
not interesting. But it's just like they've clearly just he has to lose, so let's make him lose really dumb. And it's like that one was stupid, that one was stupid. They didn't like some just like of course everybody always went back to Legendary Trainer as like the key example of wow, that's lazy. But there's a lot of other things that just bug them about certain things, and of all of them, I feel like if he does end up losing to Alon, or if he did already, because I think it's done in Japan,
I think so too.
or at least off season for a bit.
Or at least in like the last legs of the league or something like that.
Sun Moon's coming soon, so I guess they have to start moving to Alola. But if he's to lose, or if he has lost, I imagine there was probably a meltdown over there. So steer clear of GameFAQs at all. I will, which I have been, but still,
He's very broody, very like almost emo-esque.
I don't even get it. Like he does realize the Team Flare is not good, right?
I don't think so, no.
Like
no, I
what,
don't think so. Lysander's is not necessarily lying to him, but
he's not telling him everything.
No, he's not telling him everything.
It's like he
doesn't
sent
know
him
what's
after
going on.
Zygarde, and he's like, take that thing out, and it's like, yeah, of course, yeah, take out the manifestation of order. Yeah, that makes sense. It leaves nothing but chaos. Sure.
He doesn't know about that Pokemon. No, nobody knows except Team Flare.
And apparently Diantha.
Oh yeah.
It's weird. It's interesting that Diantha knows about Zygarde. And I guess Olympia as well, and yet Sycamore... Well, I mean, it was really Squishy. That he doesn't know what Squishy is.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that Squishy's part of Zygarde.
Yeah.
So... Yeah. I don't blame him. I didn't know about Squishy at all until fucking the announcement came out that Zygarde has like 4 forms or some shit like that. And he ends up as a Megazord, which is the coolest thing ever. It's just the way I see it. The only way if the Megazord Zygarde 100% is to appear in the anime, I think he'd require both the Squishies to fuse.
Yeah.
Because the one Squishy turned into the 50% Zygarde. So I'm assuming since they're 2 Squishies that they both can only assume the 50% form respectively, and they would need to combine because the big Zygarde has a blue and red arm.
Yeah.
So it's like, I really want to see it though. I really want to see that happen.
All that guy ever does is Mega Evolve his Charizard and use brute force to win every battle. I'm like, there's nothing intense, no adrenaline to it, no nothing.
Yeah, I'm just like, whatever. He's there, just... I don't know.
Please, kick his butt.
Just as long as he's not the reason this season. I like to imagine... You know what? Never mind, I'm not going to say anything there. Nothing. All I know is... it's just... once again, Sawyer's just better at doing literally everything that Alon's doing.
Introduced in the series, but it's more developed than this guy who has his own special. That doesn't make any sense.
that feels to me like Red vs. Blue as well, in its own unique way. Season 9 and 10 of Red vs. Blue are awesome. The Project Freelancer seasons are like some of the best that Red vs. Blue has to offer. Unfortunately, on rewatch, like it actually it doesn't get worse, but there is one element of those seasons that's really noticeable that I hate, and that's specifically that Tex wins everything. And the reason I hate that is because, to me, at the very least, it's like Tex is a character who's known for being a badass, right? That she just kicks everybody else's ass. But that's like it. York, South, North, Wash, Carolina, all the other freelancers, even Maine, in some ways, have more character and are more interesting. So her beating them all at everything, it's just like, but they're so much better in like the character development way, and it kind of bugs me on rewatch a bit. Like, not enough to make me hate the seasons overall, because they're still incredible seasons, but man, they're just so much better characters. It's the same thing here. It looks like they want more attention on Alon, because obviously it's building up to, I guess, him and Ash fighting in the league, even though he said he doesn't want to. He doesn't have any intention of taking part in the league, right? Last time they met, he said, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that." You know, and Ash was like, "But why, dude? The league's awesome." You know, fanboying and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wonder what changes his mind, assuming that it does come down to a fight between them. I don't know. Like,
I mean, they'll probably have to fight anyway since he's with Team Flare.
Yeah.
At some point. But
So,
like, as long as it's not in the league, I'll be happy.
and we'll just see what happens. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns going on into the show. I'm so tempted to just watch the Japanese ones because I don't want to wait. They're already out there, but it's like, It's like
wait with me.
I don't have any issue with either version. I think I said this last time because I watched the first 10 episodes in Japanese, and the only thing that kind of, I don't even know if I said this on record, but I'll just say it now. The only thing about the episodes in Japanese I watched that bugged me sort of was just the Pokemon. Pokemon sounded way weird. Like Wobbuffet, for example. I'm so used to him sounding really silly and kind of annoying in his own way. Wobbuffet all the time, that just hearing his more voice in the Japanese one kind of thing. It's like, I can't really get into it as much, so I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if that really is a good point or anything, but basically it does bug me at the very least, and it's like, so I don't know. That's the only thing about the Japanese ones that not really irritates, but it's just like, in any way. But I guess that also just goes to show that the other show I have is a lot of dubs back in the day were known for changing story elements. So, but as far as I'm aware, nothing was changed in this one, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
as far as I'm aware too, I don't think like I think the only real difference is the music.
Yeah. Like, actually, when Bonnie does the shtick where she approaches the ladies of Kalos, she asks them to take care of her brother. Is that because they're not allowed to say, "Will you marry my brother"?
I don't know.
Because
honestly.
at the same time, it's like, I swear she just straight up says later, "You'd make a great wife for my brother." And if that's the case, then why doesn't she just say, "Marry my brother"? Why does she say, "Take care of"? I don't know. Like,
I think that's just the stick they went with.
I should go watch like a Japanese episode where she does that, like at least a scene, and see what it is that she says, like translated wise, because it's like, there's a lot of things that they try to avoid to say in English shows because, kids can't hear this, like death or whatever.
Yeah.
Or God forbid characters love each other, they're never allowed to say love. You're lucky enough if they hug. So it's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's not bad because it's still funny once again. Especially because Clement follows up with, "I told you not to do this 1,000,000 times!" Like every time. It's like, I'm sure we're way past 1,000,000 by now, but still.
Speaking of love.
What? What?
A moor shipping. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that
Specifically
such an interesting name for it.
Specifically
But
the
it makes-
episode where Serena dresses up as Ash.
I thought that was pretty funny. Like, I thought that was awesome. And, oh my gosh. Once again, I didn't say this on record, so I need to say it now. One of the best things about... Because Serena's an awesome character as well. One of the best things about her is her screams. Every time she screams, it's fucking hilarious. It's such a loud, crazy scream. It's the best thing ever. Like, whenever it happened in, like, the scary-related episodes, even the Esper House or the Scary House with the ghosts, fucking hilarious every time. And in that episode, it was even better. When Clement and Bonnie came back, and they were like, Serena, and she just, like, to, like, cover it up so they would stop talking. And they started again, she screamed again even louder. It's just like, I just love it so fucking much. So incredible. It's the funniest thing in the world. It's like,
It's so honest.
every running gag that they have in XY is just so entertaining. Fucking, the future is now, thanks to science. Science is so amazing. And once again, I think I told this, actually not to you, I think I might have talked with it to Shadowstar, actually, kind of briefly. I don't remember, but basically, every time Clement invents something, he's always like, "The future is now, thanks to science," when he shows it off, and of course he says that he anticipated a situation just like this, but we all know that's bullshit. But he shows the invention, explains what it does, shows it off, and then Ash goes like, "Science is so amazing." He's like so amazed by whatever these random devices are that Clement created. So there was one episode where again they were split up, and Ash was not there.
Yeah, you told me this
But
one.
Pikachu was. So when Clement shows off the invention, Pikachu is in that exact same pose that Ash is in when he says science is so amazing, like with his two arms forward and like shaking and like his eyes like with wonder, like the anime wonder eyes, so they're like sparkling and all that stuff. Pikachu does that exact same thing, just goes Pika. It's like you know exactly what the fucking Pikachu is saying. It's incredible. So I thought that scene was pretty damn hilarious, just because it was fucking Pikachu. Of course, had to take on the role since Ash was MIA for that moment. But so great.
Yeah, about the shipping. What do you think about it?
I wonder, was... You know,
I hope she comes back.
Why do I wonder this is actually what I'm questioning.
What?
I imagine that Ash has been shipped with every single one of his female companions.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't even know why I have to wonder it. Because it's not a Pokemon thing, it's just a show thing, a video game thing. People ship characters together all the time.
Even though it doesn't make any sense most of the time.
And most of the time they don't make sense. Is that a Voltorb out there?
Yeah. Well, it should be. I don't know if it changes too.
I thought that they were supposed to be Pokeballs. They were just supposed to be normal Pokeballs, and if you run into them, oh shit, it might actually be a Voltorb, and then fights you.
Those Voltorbs were specifically powering up this place, so they have to show it.
Okay. Tricky. Child like you need to be punished.
I hope Serena comes with Ash to the next region. I really like Serena.
I could totally see them getting rid of her. They have a really easy way to get her out, though.
Yeah.
If they need to.
I know.
I don't know why they will. I guess for a story reason in the anime, it's like, of course you'd want this for Serena, and you wouldn't be so dickish to take this opportunity away from her. But it's like, I'd love her to stick around. It's like, you already said bye to Karina, and that sucked. So it's like, I don't want to see her go either. You know, it's like, I'd like to imagine that if they, they have a perfect character to make recurring, and that is fucking Sawyer, again. Like, I feel like if they wanted to, they could totally have him reappear a few times in Alola whenever they do their next seasons. Because he travels too. He's traveled from Hoenn.
Yeah.
He's also traveled across regions. So and for all we know, maybe after this season he'll take off for Kanto or something like that. But maybe he'll eventually find his way back to Alola just to chill with Ash again. Be like, "What's up, Sensei?" Stuff like that. It'll be cool. But in Serena's case, it's just like, I'd like her to come along because, as far as I'm aware, the games don't have a representative female companion right now. Anyway. They have Hao, who I imagine probably will travel with Ash when Ash gets to Alola. The only other female character they have is the professor's assistant.
And of course, the two trainers you get to choose from.
Right. Totally forgot about that. Whatever their names are. Oh, you just beat Team Rocket. Nice job. Where are we again?
In this underground place.
Underground rocket base. Interesting. Man, there's so much about X and Y to talk. There's still so many other things that I want to talk about that I've like completely... That they're like, oh, what about me? What about me? What about me? And I'm like, yes, I know. All of you are awesome things.
I figure out...
What?
The last one, the last scene with Brock. Where he left, wondering like what he went for and stuff. Like, he just went back home to train to be a doctor.
When was that he left, like, for realsies after like 5 false leaves?
I think that was like Sinnoh, honestly.
3?
Yeah, no, Sinnoh was 4.
Right, Hoenn was 3.
Yeah, he stuck around for a very
Kanto,
long time.
Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola. Yeah? Okay. I just need to remember.
Yeah,
I kind of
like-
felt that it was
But
4,
we,
but I'm like, that's a lot of rock.
yeah, but we never figure out what happened with him and Professor Ivy, though.
Rock tomb.
Like, I should definitely search it up and see if there ever was an explanation or not, or just the writers just wanted us to forget about it, like the GS ball.
Yeah, exactly. I like to think that if they did want to ever reveal it, that they would have done so using like the Pokemon Chronicles miniseries. But I guess they never wanted to, so they're like, let's never hop back to that. Which I like the idea of Pokemon Chronicles, you know, just like a separated, an anthology series having to do with the companions that Ash has met along the way. You know, their one had to do with Gary. One of the episodes was about Gary. They had a few episodes about some other people, and it's like I imagine that they'd have a Brock episode or something like that if they wanted to. But it's like they probably didn't explain it there anyway because again, I think it's better left unsaid. Like just letting people wonder, I guess.
I guess.
But who knows? Who knows? Maybe one day they'll actually come out with it. But I guess we'll never know. There have been fucking 800 episodes or whatever. Hey, they'll wait 800 more to say anything. They totally have the time. They have the time to lay anything down that they want to lay down, so let it happen. Have they ever used the male character from the games as anything in the anime?
The what? Protagonist?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Wonder why. Because I mean, I know Ash is the main character, but I guess they could just use him for another trainer that he fights at some point, just because. Because he fights a lot of people.
Well, I remember the Unova trainers were shown in the special. No, the trailer. I think it was trailer for the games of Black and White.
Yeah, I remember those. But yeah, I guess they just never used the dudes. That's unfair. I don't know. I think it'd be because I guess they could use the dudes and try to do with them something that like they did with Sawyer, set them up to be interesting rivals along the way, instead of having to rely on last-minute additions or, hey, remember this guy from this one episode? He's actually a big deal now, you know, just like.
Yeah.
They have a perfect character model there that they could just use over and over and over again for other situations if they want to. And I guess they just never wanted to. They'd rather create their own thing. Which, by the way, how many fucking different background characters have been created throughout the entire course of Pokemon? Like, I remember I looked up... I think I was interested in looking up the voice actors from the characters. I think I looked up Karina, and I saw, like, all the people that she's voiced in Pokemon. And I'm just scrolling through these dozens of girls from, like, 800 episodes of Pokemon, and I'm just looking at all of them like, they're all so clearly not the same. It's like, have the background characters in the show, like, not even the ones that Ash communicates with in episodes that are, like, important at all, but just that are just populating their towns, have they ever been repeated? They have to have been.
Probably, yeah.
But it's so hard
I
to
don't
tell.
notice it, though.
Because
their background.
yeah, and it's like, just to think that they designed so many is fucking crazy. By the way, I want to say, because I think it was Karina that I was looking at, shares the same voice. She also voiced, I think, Flannery and Sabrina.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool. 2 other gym leaders, along with a bunch of other characters and Pokemon. I think she voiced an Oshawott. Who had an Oshawott? Ash had an Oshawott?
Yeah.
Then I think she voiced his Oshawott. I think that was it. Because she voiced someone's specific Oshawott as well.
I forgot about this.
Oh, the rival.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we don't fight him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why.
Why is he here? What does he have to do with Team Rocket?
Stuff.
What did he tell you? Did he just tell you, oh, robber, and they left?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I feel right now. Oops. I'm not gonna use this.
So
That's
nothing
not what
outstanding about this this dungeon so far, aside from like
no,
a few
otherwise
Dragonites.
I would have pointed it out.
Just a bunch of Dragonites.
Yep.
Lance, I thought you had one of the passwords.
So about Ash's companions, I learned May actually leaves for Johto.
After they're done in Hoenn?
Yeah.
Like, he goes on to Sinnoh, she goes back to Johto?
Yeah.
To, like, compete and stuff? And
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, when she comes back, they all refer to her as the Princess of Poland. And stuff like she's very popular at that point when she comes back.
Yeah,
yeah,
about
she also
competitions and stuff. Good times.
You know, she also had an Eevee, right?
Nope.
No.
I don't remember much.
Hatched
I
it
don't.
from
I
an
don't
egg.
remember most. I don't remember her Pokemon much beyond like her main core ones that she always used.
Yeah, and her Eevee evolved to Glaceon.
Ooh,
And
that's
when
cute.
She came back, where do I go from here? I am like half paying attention, kinda. And oh, she also had a Bulbasaur too. I believe she also hatched, and she came back.
Oh yeah,
It
that was the one with the
a-
heart on his head. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. For some reason I thought that was Dawn's, but then I remember Dawn had a Piplup. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, there was a whole episode of Dawn's Piplup where it does not want to evolve, so she gave it an Everstone.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Cool. Well, that's what you do when you care about your. What is that bird doing there?
I forgot what to do now.
Well, let's cut the episode here then, and we'll come
Ah.
back with more Pokemon nerdage and shit, and maybe you'll actually know what the fuck you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm about. Oh, hey, 11-11. Nice.
Oh, and evolved to all the way to Venusaur.
Really?
Yeah, she also had a Squirtle too that evolved to Wartortle. She was like the only one to
Damn.
have all the 3 elements.
She put in work.
Yeah.
Anyway, until next time, you put in some work of your own. Till then, hasta.